even if Ench or Nyx go to that lane, there's just not much illusion clear. So the illusions will stay alive and just pressure.
And now Bok is getting slowed up. Palos ready with the sidekick, already dealt the early damage. And there we go. The cancel onto the Starbreaker. Bok is in big trouble. Abeng's going to have to finish him off by himself. And will maybe get the damage. The impetus spear. Kind of surprising there as well, because Abeng's just been right. Now Carlo coming into mid. There's the Fisher stun on Bob. The toss avalanche combo. Yahweh's tree runs out, and Bob might just kill him here. But the raindrops is going to be there. Bob on the high ground dodges a right click. Waning Rift is available. He goes to the low ground, misses on the high ground. Abeng's going to be here, and there's the tip coming in. Still not dying. And now Abeng with the right click from the low ground finishes him off. Very close quarters battling. Mavis goes for the suck onto Bob. He's got 6 stick charges though, so he's okay.
Surprisingly, the puck is coming out on top. As I say that, Abeng might just fall to Yahweh.
Mavis has just got a haste rune, so he could follow the Stench all the way to his death. Abeng should fall. Mavis to clear it out. Chris will go for the web as well onto the Fury, and Tino going to start taking a nasty amount of damage. And Palos finishes Bok in a 1v1. Going for Orchids. Well, they're fighting against Yahweh under the tower. Palos making a rotation with the Furion, so important kill going there.
Bok's first Solar Guardian, and he just gets cancelled by the Nyx Carapace. It does not feel good at all.
Davis gets stunned up by Shanks. Bob's coming in, waiting Rift there for the silence, and the orb is ready for the last hit. Yahweh gets the toss on the Furion. Furion does have a javelin ready, so he's not going to extend as his spells are on cooldown. They want to deny this tower though, and Bob is looking for it too. Carlo squeezes in between for the deny, but that's a mid tower down under 9 minutes.
Yeah, it's good from Execration. They're putting on the pressure on TNC right now. They don't want to let this Naga just have free space to farm. And look now, even the Naga is just getting contested in the jungle.
Hunt, yeah. Bob has a coil in 2 seconds. Chris is very dead by the looks of it. He's nowhere to go. Coil's going to be there. He can't even pop it to break it, so the coil with the orb is going to be killing him. The Shaker standing on the edge. And on the other side, there's Mavis for the silence as they finish off one. Bob still pretty healthy looking right now. Orb to the other direction, and he's out. So they just got themselves 2 kills for Execration. Palos is here, though. Unleash is popped. But do you have the movement speed to catch Chris? Yes, he does. Face Boots is too strong right now. Solar Guardian is going to be coming in as well. Fighting against Palos is 3 of TNC. And Palos may have gone a bit too far. Tino looking for the teleport away. Does get silenced by Mavis. And he will stay a little bit longer. But here is Bob. He's just playing absolutely out of his mind once again with the quick rotation on the haste rune to find the DP. Tino is trying to kite him away. Shanks is there as well. Bob for the kill. He sees Bok, but can he go for the coil? He does come out of the tree line from the orb. Bok is a bit too far away for him to catch. I love how Bob is playing.
Yeah, he's everywhere, and he's playing so aggressively.
Yeah, that's what he does best.
Yeah, everywhere TNC shows, he's just there. Oh.
Carapace on the Bok coil coming out. That's 1400 HP you need to burst through. So making some pretty slow work here right now. He's down a half HP. Another orb is available, and I believe it all pays off because the perseverance from Execration yet again leads into another kill. Bob is 304. Carlo looking for the stun. Dodges the fissure. At least the pump. Bob is going to get hit by the silence and the stun. And Yahweh coming in. The toss is there. And the waning rift to safety. The siphon. Tree dodge. Mavis with another. And almost makes his way out. But Mavis gets this revenge kill. Now Crazen Bottom has to answer Tino's push with the Treants. And Abeng can't do much to help him out. TPs are coming in. The Dawnbreaker is showing him as well. As Tino gets slapped to the ground with the hammer.
Finally something going TNC's way. They get both Tino and Bob on the puck, but Palos is not done yet.
He's not kidding at all. Cancels the Dawn Starbreaker, and Frizz, no song leveled up. He's maxed out everything. Shanks with Abeng finishes off the tower. They force Chris away. And now just 1200 gold short with the BKB for the Marcy. This is game.
Yeah, they'll look at the mid tower now.
Oh, the next assassin spotted as well. Make that another kill. Ain't that sweet. A difficult
Looks
job
like-
to defend this.
Yeah, it looks like they won't really be able to push this tower, but they'll get solid damage in. Exorcism, of course, ending.
Yeah, with a Exo cooldown for another 2 minutes. They've done what they could. Just setting up here. They've got some backup. Carlos here. Mavis is here. Yahweh will just quickly clear out the wave and back away. Meanwhile, a bigger kill is actually happening. They've killed the Naga.
Dude, that was the scariest thing I've ever seen.
Let its death be a lesson to
He's about to walk into a very unwarm welcome.
Turns to gray.
Still getting to hold on to that lead, but win probability is exactly 50%. Both teams.
This one's the raw damage. As we say that, Abank will get picked off with the toss back.
Yeah. I guess that's somewhat, I could say, a good death because you're even by Bob. Snipes Mavis' courier, and he actually finds Mavis himself. So yeah, this one he can definitely take down. 3 sets of Unleash bursts to kill the DP. But there's a big gank squad on its way, Chris. Bok, oh, Palos, now you are playing outside of your comfort zone. BKB is up, gets the damage out on this first Unleash combo, teleporting away, but it's not gonna go through. Chris will take down Marcy. The Riptide too strong.
This farmed. Finally, the Naga will have some space in the bottom lane, but
Yeah.
still behind this Palos Marcy, who is not exactly the fastest farmer as well.
TP's into the top lane. They want to save Bok from trouble. He's already down a very low HP. Finally killed Carlo. There's the Yahweh coming in as well. Got the full combo. Out will take down Shanks, but he's out of mana. Bob also does not have the coil, so they will let this Tiny take control over this tier 2 tower. Trading 1 for 1. Going for the Nyx for the party, but TNC, seeing these moves, might just jump in top. Going for Abang. Bok going to be charging down, and Palos gets caught inside as well. He basically just jumped into the Starbreaker and gets hammered.
It's really getting to a point where at some point this Tiny will just stop being a threat.
Yeah. Well, it is Abang to tank all of these ganks by the looks of it. And still living with 100 HP, but the next Crypt Swarm is going to be a bit too much, but the Siphon's already going to do the job.
Look in the triangle.
Shanks is on top of Chris, and here's Bob as well. And here comes the rest of the squad with Tino. Bok comes in with a stun. They've got the coil, still doesn't have to pop the song. The web's going to be there, and the Nature's Prophet down. Chris will get the live. They just needed Palos to be there, but he was a bit too far away. So Execration are going to miss out on this kill, and they have found Shanks. Did not teleport away right away, so he is going to fall to his death. Now Bob's going to be spotted. Yahweh, 2 seconds on the Blink Dagger. But Bob is just going to throw a baiting orb into the lane and stake inside the tree.
Probably. With the Nature's Prophet, with the Nyx who already has a blink, and he's primarily going to be looking for heroes. As they say that, Palos.
Will go for the fight against Chris and is actually beating this Naga Siren almost to death here. Because TNC, they finally get the stun out. The BKB duration runs out from Palos. Yahweh coming over the toss as well. They're going to be taking down Shanks. The Aegis is gone. Mavis is here. Bok going to go for the charge. Looking for the Nature's Prophet. Palos has respawned. Trying to look for the jump back in with the dispose. Tino going to get hit by the Starbreaker. And into the avalanche of Yahweh as well. This Tiny will finish off the Nature's Prophet as Abang and Palos are trying to give chase, but Yahweh also kills off Bob. Gets smacked down in the lane by the Tiny. They did kill the Naga, but that's a heavy price to pay. They lost the Aegis and 3 heroes on top of it, and Execration's net worth lead their way. So it is a change of pace. Shanks spots Bok and spots Carlo. Bok will get to the Marcy. Palos again just going to challenge the Dawnbreaker. You want to fight me? I'll fight you back. Chasing him into the tree line. Dawnbreaker out of there with the Solar Guardian. And Carlo will fall. Shanks responded onto, and now they got the power of the Basher. Tino gets the last hit on Yahweh. Bob will get the coil to pop on Mavis with the Ghost Scepter. Bob getting soaked by this Death Prophet, but Palos again with the bash. Tino brings up the triple kill, and that's going to be a tower looking to fall. The creep wave is coming in as well as this cliff is about to run out. So a big success for Execration. After the past few 2, 3, maybe even 4 fights have not gone their way. A lot of pickoffs for TNC. And now Execration. Now this is the timing that they were looking for. Now that Palos Spire right under an ops board. But they still get the catch onto the Tiny. Yowie. He's gonna get killed here, but the fissure is there from Carlo. Tino scouts him out immediately, but the blink comes out from Carlo just in time. Able to get some distance for himself to get away, but they did kill off the mid Tiny. Bottom lane is pushing in. Oops. But Execration doesn't worry about that. They worry about kills. They worry about it being the aggressors. And then we'll find another one with the Unleash, taking down Mavis. Shanks unable to cancel the TP of the Bok TPing away. Now they found the Enchantress. So they're TPing away from a fight to find a kill on the other side of the map, which is always a good thing to do.
Have you learned your limits? Or are you just warming up?
Like the TNC is still finding a lot of answers despite losing the last few minutes of control to Execration. Anything that's caught your eye in the last few minutes, Ekken? I actually cannot hear you. I'm not sure if...
Oh,
there we go.
Yeah.
Not sure how long we've had you muted for. But,
Not that long, not that long.
All right, good. So we've still got you here. Bob? Bok's about to jump in the mid lane, but Bob able to run out with the Illusory Orb. So,
Yeah.
So what's on your mind?
I mean, I really want this Naga to utilize.
And both teams are smoked up. Execration going on the other side. Tino's going to be spotted in the lane. Trying to scout over the ulti. It might bounce back. He's going to connect onto the Tiny. 2-man stun. 3 Execration heroes surrounding the Tiny right away. But the Exy system's going to be there with the Solar Guardian from the Dawnbreaker. Not going to go through. Carlo also down. And they're going to catch Mavis as well. Make that the Naga maybe 2. Didn't even get to use that reel-in at all. Now they're chasing Chris into the tree line, and there we go with the stun from the next assassin. Might be able to save the TP, but everything else goes in the way of Execration, and Roche is also up if they want to take it after that tier 2.
Yeah, perfect fight for Execration. I mean, I wasn't sure of the jump by Yahweh there, because it feels like you want to take a fight that's very split away. You don't really want to initiate into like the center of the heroes. You want your Naga to poke here and there. I think the fight was very rushed, felt like to me. And that makes it really hard because suddenly like the Shaker just feels like he needs to commit with the fissure. He needs to show his positioning. Right, Dawnbreaker's obviously in the midst, but so is the DP, and they just all die to the Puck and the Marcy combined. It's way too much damage right now.
That Marcy AoE from the Unleash is also hurting Mavis a little bit there on the sides as they finish off the racks in mid. That was a very, very quick push from Execration, and the damage has been dealt. TNC on the chase, knowing that for them, Carlo looking for an angle. Oh, he could have actually just blinked Echo Slam right away, but he goes for the fissure instead. They pull back Tino in the middle. Look at Tino's damage. He's still doing a crazy amount of hits. He's already got a double kill for himself, and Bok's gonna have to run away. He does land the stun right on top of Tino, so he's not disengaging with the Solar Guardian. Now comes Bob. Round 2 engaged. Mavis coming in with the buyback as well. They're going to finish off the Dawnbreaker, and Naga once again surrounded by enemies. And Snare's also on cooldown, but Chris just doesn't have the time to get the reel in. Doesn't even get the chance to use it, really.
Dire's bottom tower under fire.
This. Silence only onto Bob. Still running away. Shanks looking for the angle. He's got himself that vendetta. He goes for the blink stun. Catches the Naga Siren. Naga just getting popped here as Yowie does throw in some trees to help him out, but Chris is gonna die anyway, and Mavis, who just fought back on the DP, that's gonna be another casualty of war. On to the next lane of racks they go. Paolo's already starting his work on this tier 3 tower, and look at it fall.
Palos is just way too strong right now to fight at all, and we didn't even get to see Naga utilize this Aghanim's one time still.
Not a single time, yeah. It's just
like
the BKB piercing and snare, that's all.
Yeah, but not even Not even that much. Like, he BKB ensnared Marcy, but he was still able to right-click him from the position of the net.
Yep.
I think right now we're just lacking... We're not seeing TNC take the fight that they need to if he gets netted. So this one will be pretty rough now to deal with. Extremely aggressive, and I think TNC... I would prefer if they put on the execration tempo in this game and they just straight up went for it. Quasvex Invoker, get the levels and supports, and make one of the course games just...
One amount of damage from the Soul Assumption, and that might be a kill right here. Oh, 10 HP. Just one more right click would have done the trick. Meanwhile, in bottom, they are diving against Palos, and Palos getting killed. Carlo will live from the cold feed from Abeng. Bok is also there. Clarity is running. He wants to break it, so he won't be able to cast any single spells, but now he's having to fight versus 2. Bushwhack from Carlo to secure the kill, and TNC up 3.
Everything is predictable.
Carlo looking for the kill onto the Ancient Apparition with the Sunstrike on top of him. Carlo will get this one. Yahweh is just close enough to get him. Tombstone used in bottom, but Paulo's in trouble. No jump, he's dead. Or is he? Is the stick enough? Acorn shot, zombies knowing. Right click from Carlo just as it comes of cooldown. It is not enough for Palos to run away, and it's 6 a little bit. His farm's still pretty decent, even if he has died twice. And with the Chrono, cold feet on top of him, he will get a revenge kill, and much needed as well. There's no Clockwork, there's no Hoodwink to save him now. And now they're actually thinking, where is this Hoodwink? And Abeng's going to walk right into him, the guy who's been bullying him all game long. And Ancient Apparition doesn't have anywhere to go. Pushback Sunstrike, it works wonders. Carlo being chased by Bob. 3 seconds for Crypt Swarm to be up again. Bushwhack is there. Too far away for Bob to catch. Switching into net worth here as we hit the 8-minute marker. Invoker has almost the same amount of net worth as our Hoodwink. You look at that.
Oh, bottom lane, Sunstrike.
Abeng. I don't think this was ever an easy game for the Ancient Apparition, but it's just going to get even worse from here.
And the thing about these Carlo getting so many of these kills, as you mentioned before...
Oh, they might get Chris in the top lane sniped. Nice.
Yeah.
Shank's patient with the fissure plate. Tino isn't even moving his familiars anywhere. He's just hitting creeps. But I know that he's very low on HP. He's got 9 strength. he's got almost full agility shift, so he gets hit by the...
They'll probably be looking to fight on that timing.
Smoke's popping instantly. Mavis walks into the Earthshaker. Sharpshooter with the Sunstrike. Quick history Shanks. Mavis will fall to Bob, and he pops the Haste Rune and still apply pressure onto this Invoker. Not necessarily all the way into a kill because there's a Flesh Skull and Bok coming into Tombstone down, but he's just going to haste away.
But Carlo, maybe he catches him.
Carlo actually count. He did with the Bushwhack. Bob sucking away the life force off of the Hoodwink momentarily, and the haste has run out. Sunstrike on the money. Right on top of the head of this DP and burns the ghost. And Palos is hunting for Chris in the top lane. Tino going to get caught inside the Clockworks. Cogs. Bushwhack onto Carlo. He is everywhere. Palos is down. Tino going to go dropping down as well. And it's just disastrous for Execration. Hoodwink is killing the entire team right now with the help of this Invoker.
I mean, if you look right...
That was a huge mistake for him to go in, because then they actually were right next to a tower. His whole idea... Well, we might get Bok here. His whole gameplay idea was basically to secure a Chrono kill onto the Morphling, and nobody can help him under the tower. Instead, he does not even get to use the Chrono, and he gets killed inside a cog where he's getting bushwhacked to the wall. Okay, now they're going to go in. He instantly pops the Scurry as the hookshot from Mavis disconnects onto the Earthshaker. And the Sharpshooter with the Sunstrike. I mean, I feel like, did you really need the hookshot for it? I felt like Carlo could just kill it without, but they want to make sure. Smoke on the edge. Hookshot's going to be coming. Sunstrike should be on top of him as well. Where is it? There it is. It's a bit late, but it doesn't matter. They don't even need it. They don't even need the Sunstrike anymore. It's just Carlo and Mavis doing all the work on us.
In this game, they are very strong, and they're showing it.
Our Bok is going to show himself in mid, and here comes Carlo once again. He'll hold the DP in place as Bok will fall. There's the Sunstrike. Carlo will just right-click him down. The Acorn shot is doing work with the Vessel. Bob is dead. Carlo on the run away. He's on a godlike spree as a support. They're going to catch Abeng as well. He doesn't have the Ice Blast anymore. It's already been expended. Mavis in there. Dino is going to be there as well, helping out Palos, who's battling against the Morphing on Kriz. And a lot of zombies. There's a lot of zombies showing exactly where they are. The Tombstone weren't able to take it down. Yowie still standing in the middle of the lane, but they've already done the damage that they were supposed to. It's a 1-2 trade for the Undying to take down the DP and the AA.
Yeah, I mean, or even an Undying kill. Anything to bring back his network from the lane stage.
Oh, big streak available here. The Hoodwink is going to lose his money to Bob. Bob will secure 782 gold for a Hoodwink kill.
Yes,
look at
Hoodwink
that.
position 4 at 50 minutes. Anyway.
And there's the Clockwork going to be dropping next with the Soul Assumption. Bob's also there to squeeze in the Crypt Swarm before anybody else does. So he basically just bought half a recipe for himself. He's 500 short of BKB now.
Yep, that's
Tower is being attacked.
more than 1k gold from 2 kills in quick succession.
KB. There's a Shaker being hunted in the bottom lane as Carlo and Bok are making moves, and here is Palos. Echo Slam is on top. There we go with the Chrono, but he can't quite get to Undying, so he's going to focus on the Hoodwink first, but the hook shot coming in as well from Mavis. There's the jump. They've got the AA blast. Bok is dropping Flesh Golem for nothing. Chris trying to kill off the Faceless Void. He cannot jump away. Mavis dying to the tower, and Chris, he will make sure that this DP will be forced away. But AA being chased, and here comes Bob. Oh, he's got a lot of agility on this Morphling. Gotta be careful, he is regenerating quite a lot here as well. That Exorcism is still there, and here comes Tino. They're just tipping the man. It's like, what are you doing on our side of the map? We will punish you for it.
Yeah, that was
Aggressive with his positioning here. He's gonna scout a lot of information, and he finds Bob. He's got the cogs, and there we go. Chris is in there as well. The Sunstrike yet again, not needed. Bushwhack misses from Carlo. Now it makes it sound like it's completely unheard of. They've got themselves the Fission on 2. Mavis is getting slowed down, but the birds are going to be landing down to the ground. The AA blast is on its way, and it misses Mavis.
might use this. I mean, Execration might use this choke point to their advantage. They pick
Tino
up.
will take it. They're made of. Let's go for these hookshot steals. Abeng is in between. He's right in between. Shanks is on the other side. And off we go. Here we go. He snatches it. He scores the home run. But he will die for it. Meanwhile, in bottom, they've just killed off Yowie. And that comes with the Chronosphere being used by Palos. So, 2
There's the
kills.
challenge.
No snatch and 2 kills. And Yowie, yep, he loses the challenge.
Ooh, actually, look at Carlo. He's thinking about
Yes, there we have it. And as they go for the hook shot onto the back lines, they're going to be taking down Shanks with the Sunstrike from Yowie. Palos chasing the Undying, turns around with the BKB, and now they're going to focus the Tombstone down. Just put Alacrity on Undying. Very interesting target to start smacking right clicks, but might as well. Abeng will take down Mavis, and Carlo is slowly melting to Bob. Execration, they're scoring victories one after the other as Bok is now being trapped by Palos. But where your bashes, don't need them bashes. I got a Maelstrom, I'll shock you to death. But the word about consistency, just down to how they start. Well, killing Tino would be a great beginning. Starts off with the Bushwhack. Got the Sharpshooter, Hook Shot, Sunstrike, and the zombies. But he is healing. He's got that shard. Ice Blast onto Yowie, and the Deafening Blast on the Meatball will finish him off. Apollo's gonna land the Chrono, both on the Hoodwink and the Invoker. They can't interrupt him. And now with the BKB popped, he's completely drained out of mana. Doesn't matter. Gonna go hammering onto Bok as Carlo is dead. Bob will finish off Bok, and now the rest of them just running away. The Morphling doesn't even want to take part in this fight. Execration doubling their net worth lead from what it used to be, and a clean fight for them. They did lose Tino, but he was just a bait.
Yeah, the shard from Visage, he lives just long enough for Palos to get the beautiful Chrono on 2. And He also had the double damage going on Faceless Void, because why not?
Yeah.
That always helps. But...
Win this bet?
You do. I took it last time, so I want to make it fair.
All right, let's make it interesting. Bob's going to get caught with the pushback, and there's the hush. Oh my god, everything's just landing on top of Bob, but he lives. Mavis is dead. Morphling trying to keep a bit of a distance there as he does get silenced up. Tino in the front now. Yeah, he got hit by Sunstrike, Bushwhack, Boomerang, Hookshot, Vessel, and he's Shanks also in the river. Good hook shot here. Gonna be catching the Shaker, but he's force snapped out right away, and he got it own as well. Moving to safety, Tino here silences the Graves, still flying around in the air. He's got the Morphling. He's gonna get trapped. The stun comes out from Shanks as well. Then here comes Palos onto the sideline. The Clockwork's about to drop. Bok is there as well, but the BKB popped. The Chrono gonna be catching both the supports. They've got the Hoodwink, they've got the Clockwork, and they're gonna be even dropping the Ice Blast on top of Yowie. Chris is there for the Fissure, but he is pretty big in trouble right now as Execration will just continue the chase to the Morphling. Yowie is already moving to the top lane, but Execration, they're relentless with the chase. Morph is on the cliff, and when do they realize the bird's going to be there? And there you have it. Morphling has been taken down.
I foresaw your death.
Everything going for Execration in that fight.
Yeah, it felt really rushed from TNC there, because they had 3 wards in the enemy triangle. They also had this uphill ward north of Roche. I felt like they had the perfect vision set up just to wait for this Hex on Yowie, but I feel like they just rushed it way too quickly.
They also have Exorcism for an high ground push because they didn't use it in the last team fight, so bye-bye buildings. There's no tier 2s left either. So this is basically the glyph. See how long they can hold. Paulo still has the Quelling Blade, so he can also take down these Acorn Shot trees. Way to take down one lane of Rax, and that's that tier 3 tower falls. They do get themselves another glyph. The hook shot on the backline. Mavis does have to fire the jetpack for himself, so he's flying in the air. Move himself around Palos, but BKB still off of cooldown. He could use it. Yowie trying to find a kill. They will take down the Ancient Apparition. Execration, they don't have to take this fight, so they'll just leave Abeng behind. Mavis, he goes in very optimistically here, and will trap Tino for a moment. Tino does get to the low ground. Shanks will snipe him with the Enchant Totem. Here comes another nice play with the Force Snap, pushing the Morphling away. And here comes Palos with the BKB. 23 seconds for the Chrono. Gonna go for the fight to take down Carlo. Here comes Bob as well to the sideline. Gonna be looking for the Invoker. Yowie's gonna be pulling as well. He doesn't get the TP home. Now Chris gonna be fighting 1 versus 1 against the Palos. Void, and then it's the DP as well. But the silence is there. The Echo Slam to follow it up, and that's a team wipe. No Chrono needed.
No Chrono needed. As they just took that fight straight up. No Exorcism, no Chrono, but I wanna commend Tino on the great positioning there. He was scouting the clock.
Oh, Carlo. Oh.
He said it.
Oh, the bets are being placed. It's not just gauntlet draws this time.
The actual 1v1.
The actual 1v1 anytime.
But going back to my point, Tino there, he was holding the orbs relentlessly. He didn't want to let it get the order and catches Mavis first.
But they might get the jump on the back line. Bob is being protected by the Lincolns from Palos. BKB from Bok has to play the bait game. He's got Tino on the side. And now they found the initiation onto Palos. Palos dropping low. He's got the Aegis, but he's going to be able to jump in and get the scare, at least for the time being. Mavis is already taken down, and Tino able to get out with the Ogre Steel Totem. Continuing with the push, with the Clockwork down. Exorcism still up. Now actually just manages to run out. There is a backline attempt onto Bob with the Morphling and the Invoker. There's a gauntlet that has been thrown in, but he declines the challenge. No way he's not going to take this one now, knowing what the situation of the game is. And here's the Invoker getting Chrono by Palos. He wants to smack him down. He's giving the laugh in chat. It has turned into a bit of a brawl, but hey, GG's called. And Execration, this is a clean day for them.
Yeah, they clean up TNC and live on for another day to fight for the upper bracket.